other countries that are also watching this. A good day to you all. This is a very this has been an intense 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually for this program to come back now to transmission, and we have a very uh, what kind of topic shall we call this? This is a very depressing topic, but at the same time, we need to rise above any form of depression or hopelessness, because then we will start only defeating ourselves. So anyway, without much further ado, we will now resume our program tonight. And our title for the program is COVID Leads to Surveillance Planet. I'll explain. I'm just reading it. US, the United States of America, is now a rogue state. I'll also explain. And then towards the end, I will make some announcements in connection with these transmissions of COVID call to humanity. So there are three major topics. First, the first topic is on the surveillance planet, which was our theme last Wednesday when we spoke about the digital prisons. I'll just wait, where is this? Okay, let's stop share for a while. So the first major theme here is the continuation of the digital prison, which I presented last Wednesday for Filipinos. First of all, I want to thank all those who actually watched it and shared it. This is one that became one of the most watched video. Over 4,500 videos. Viewers have already watched it, and people are telling me they're still spreading it. Okay, so that means to say the topic really resonated, because that is going to be the theme in 2023, and I promise to show you some evidence, okay, especially video evidence from some of the key people who are involved in this issue, and who are either making it happen or warning about it. So this is the first topic. And then the second topic is that I've been warning about this a long time. I've hinted about this. The United States of America is no longer the US that we all know. Every day when I watch the news from both sides, both the alternative and mainstream news, it is so disgusting that the US has basically become a rogue state. You're familiar with the term rogue state? It is totally lawless. It is dictatorial, totalitarian. There's no sense of justice anymore. It's just crazy. And I will show you some of the things here on that connection. And then the third theme is an announcement. And I'm just saying this because it has a connection to the way I'm presenting this transmission tonight. You will notice it's quite different from the other ways of presentation, and I'll explain why. It's connected to actually the announcement that I'll be making towards the end, near the end of the show. Okay, so now, without much further ado, let's begin. And I will begin first with an overview of this surveillance state. It's no longer state. The entire planet is going to be surveilled, as I explained last time. I'm not going to repeat the transmission. Those that missed it, please take a look at the last Sunday. But I'm going to take up certain aspects of it that are actually important. At the same time, there's a lot of new material here in this section. So that was our episode 29 of last Wednesday. Okay, digital prison for Filipinos. Do you want that? Okay, so that was what we did. And I promised to show you certain things. So I'm sure those that are been viewing this channel are very familiar with his face. This is Yuval Noah Harari, a sort of high priest of transhumanism, a guru of transhumanism for the World Economic Forum, basically the most public face of the new world order. Okay, Bill Gates respects him, Obama respects him, all the key elites of the world like this guy. So it is important to listen to what he's saying, and here you will clearly see that they have been emboldened to institute the digital prison because they think they were successful in locking people down during COVID. Just take a look at this video. That's why I always told you there's a deep connection. COVID, scamdemic is the tip of the iceberg. We're going through COVID and through some other means, but COVID is the model to a very terrible time in terms of our planetary future.
Ideally, the response to COVID should be the establishment of a global healthcare system, a basic healthcare system for the entire human race.
I mean, COVID makes it accelerates the process of digitalization and automatization. It legitimizes the deployment of mass surveillance, even in democratic countries, and it makes surveillance go under your skin.
Okay, that's just very brief. I just wanted you to hear that the COVID lockdowns, all the masks, all the social quarantines and the QR codes and all of that, including the vaccinations, as we shall see, have emboldened the new world order, this global elite that runs the world, to actually now go forward, full blast on the digital ID scheme that I spoke about last time. Now, here's another continuation of that.
Ideally,
Yeah.
the response to COVID.
Okay. Wrong. Okay, here's the
Goes
one.
around all the time with some biometric bracelet or other device that constantly monitors what's happening inside your body. So the moment your body temperature starts rising, or there are other signs that something is wrong, the health authority knows that you're sick and you're isolated, and that's it. That's the end of the epidemic. If we had such a system today, there won't be COVID.
Okay, so now he's really arguing that there are these trackers that will be placed either in our body or inside our body, as you shall see clearly, and it will start tracking us. Okay, and the vaccines contain trackers. This is a very complicated topic, and it is connected with what I will explain next time, because I haven't seen, and there's a lot of speculation, but I haven't seen a very coherent presentation of the evidence that the vaccines are introducing a new form of tracking system. Okay, it's very clear it is, but this is one of the things that I want to go deeply at some point. Okay.
Imagine the situation when everybody goes around.
Okay. So here, now listen to this thing, it's very important, and it's connected to our planetary surveillance that's being set up.
Same system that can know if I just got COVID or I have the flu can also know if I'm angry or if I'm bored or if I'm happy.
Yeah, many of the things that I visit a lot, both Europe and North America and China. And one of my main impressions is that many of the things I talk about and people in the West react with apprehension and fear, in China, the reaction to exactly the same topics is excitement. Wow, we can do that.
Okay. So people are excited. Chinese, apparently, according to him, have been well trained to accept it. But we saw actually a few months ago that's not true, because millions of Chinese have had it when the lockdown was extreme. That's going to happen. They will have to learn it the hard way. Okay, but the important thing here is that when he mentions that these trackers that will be inside the skin, our skin, When they're there, they will be able to track heartbeat rates, and through that, those changes in heartbeat and other measures, maybe skin, conductance, and so on, they will give us a kind of idea for the people surveilling us what our thoughts and feelings are. Only certain aspects, especially those that are connected to the subconscious. Okay. When that happens and is actually now plugged into the control surveillance grid that I spoke about last Wednesday, then they will be able to determine whether they're going to upgrade, downgrade your social credit, your carbon credit, and all, and other kinds of credit systems. I'm going to show it here.
This
Okay. Now, this global acceptance is going to be pushed by the elite countries of the world, the richest and most powerful countries of the world. And through there, they hope to actually gather other countries. And this was clearly laid out in the Bali conference of the G20 a few months ago, latter part of 2022. And it's clear here also that this will be deeply connected to the World Health Organization. This is why we're watching very closely about what's going to happen with this new WHO agreement. And in the Philippines, that's connected to the new law that's being debated now on the creation of the Philippine Center for Disease Control. That's a very important law because it's all plugged into this digital prison that's now being created for humanity. So let's listen to this Minister of Health from Indonesia. When he proposed this, it was adopted actually by the G20. Okay.
So let's have a digital health certificate acknowledged by WHO if you have been vaccinated or tested properly, then you can move around. So for the next pandemic, instead of stopping the movement of the people 100%, which clogged the economy globally, you can still provide some movement of the people. Indonesia has achieved, G20 country has agreed to have this digital certificate using WHO standard, and we will submit into the next World Health Assembly in Geneva as the revision to international health regulation. So hopefully for the next pandemic, we can still see some movement of the people, some movement of the goods, and movement of the economy.
Of course, that will not happen because the whole intention of these fake pandemics is to control humanity and through that introduce this ID that he actually spoke about there.
So let's have a digital.
Yeah. Now, saw this. Oops, my screen has